Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the iiNet BFNL Junior Footy Show, back for another week with all of the happenings from around the Ballarat Junior Football and Netball League. Sean Kelly's my name. Joining me, as always, my co-host, Matty Wiltshire. Matty, welcome to the show, mate.
Great to be back again, mate. Always a pleasure.
It is indeed, and of course, this week, it's Cobra week on the BFNL Junior Footy Show. We've got the Bacchus Marsh Football Netball Club front and centre this week, and we travelled down to Mattingley Park for the interviews as well. Chatted to Nick Stuhldreier from their under 16.5 footy team. You had a chat with Emily Bettio from their 17 and under netball team. And then we came back here and we caught up with our Crockers Menswear and Schoolwear Most Valuable Netballer winner for the week, Emily Dickinson from North Ballarat as well, the juniors. So without any further ado, mate, let's jump straight into it. Let's head down to Mattingley Park and let's have a catch-up with the Bacchus Marsh Junior Footy Club. Welcome back to the iiNet BFNL Junior Footy Show. Once again, it's Cobra week here on the Junior Footy Show this week. And joining us from the Bacchus Marsh under 16.5 senior side is Nick Stuhldreier. Nick, welcome to the Footy Show, mate.
G'day.
Thanks for coming along. Tell us a little bit about your footy. How have you been going this year?
Well, we're undefeated this year, been going pretty well. Won by at least over 30 points nearly every game now, so we're doing pretty well.
So what you're trying to tell me is you're unbackable favourites for the flag at the moment. Is that what you're telling me?
I reckon we got a fair chance.
Very, very good. I like a man that's got a bit of confidence about him. Whereabouts are you playing this year, mate?
I'm playing half-back and swapping on the ball.
Yep, how are you finding that?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Enjoying swapping on ball and having to go on there.
Interesting position swapping off the half-back line on ball because, as we know, half-back flankers are basically on ballers these days anyway, the way that you're kind of sweeping across the half-back line. So, running most of the game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good stuff. So, you've been at the Bacchus Marsh Footy Club all your life?
Yeah, all my life.
And I suppose it helps that your dad's the coach this year again, isn't he?
Yeah.
How do you find that? You're at home with him all week, obviously, and then you go to footy. Some people go to footy to escape from their dad sometimes, but you can't because he's going to be right there telling you how you're going.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. Have a bit of banter with him at footy training all the time, and yeah, can't really get away from him.
I suppose seriously though, your dad obviously is a player that's one of the legends in the Ballarat Footy League. He's won goal-kicking titles and everything like that. Do you look back at what he's done and obviously proud of what he's done and kind of try and model yourself on that?
Yeah, sometimes give him a bit of crap about it.
Yeah, good. You need to too, because knowing Stooley, he'll be watching this, and we just need to shrink that head down to size a little bit ahead of interleague.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big head.
He does indeed, and of course your brother Riley on a Jets list this year as well. How's he going?
Yeah, he's been playing pretty well. He's coming into better form at the moment.
Yep.
Hopefully he can maybe get drafted this year or in the years to come.
Well, if we're going to talk about other blokes, let's talk about other blokes in your team, mate. And what we want to know every week when we're talking to our football guests is obviously it's nice to go about and talk about your mates at the club and everything like that, but there's always that one bloke that just gives you the irrits that you just want to kind of give a little bit of a backhander to. Who's that one annoying bloke on your club?
Probably have to say Kyle Grimer.
What's Kyle's main issue?
No, he's a bit lippy.
Come on, Kyle. Needs to lift his game a little bit there, but another one that we like to ask, we like to picture ourselves, mate. We like to take ourselves to the City Oval and pretend it's the 15th of September. You're 3 points down in the grand final against North Ballarat, which could be a high possibility by the sounds of the way you've been talking earlier today. Siren's gone, 45 metres out. Who takes the kick?
Probably have to say Hamish Coulton, our captain. He's I'd back him in to kick it.
I thought you were going to say Dale Harris there because that kid's been in absolutely everything this year, so it wouldn't surprise me if you said that either.
Yeah, no, he's going pretty well.
Fantastic work. So what's ahead for you? Obviously, looking at 16s this year, bottom age, top age?
Bottom age this year.
So you've still got another year of 16s next year? Yep. What do you want to do after that? Are you looking at following Riley into a TAC Cup program, or would you just be happy playing here at Mattingley Park for the rest of your days?
Hopefully playing TAC as well, and maybe going on to Big Metro and all that, and hopefully trying to push into the AFL club. That'd
be good. I'd like to see you run around on a back flank for the doggies, mate. I'd be very happy seeing that. Nick, thanks for joining us this week, mate. Another couple of big weeks coming up for the Cobras. Thanks for being part of the show. Thanks for giving Mr. Grimer a clip on the way through as well. We'll appreciate that. Mate, best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Hopefully I'm calling your name out on grand final day to come up and get one of those nice shiny medals.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for coming on. It's time to talk netball now, and we're going to throw it over to Matty Wiltshire, who's got the Cobra girls coming in to have a chat with him.
And we're joined now by Emily Bettio from the Bacchus Marsh 17 under senior squad. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now tell us a bit about the Bacchus Marsh season so far and how you girls have been going.
We haven't been going that well as we would like to, as our coach would like to, but last week we drew with Redan and we're really surprised about that because they're like second on the ladder, so it shows how much better we're getting. and we're improving each week, so yeah, it's really good.
No, good. What are your sort of future plans for the club this year? You're thinking maybe a final spot first and then see you can get to the premiership, or what are the sort of goals that Frank set out there at the Cobra 17 under seniors?
I don't think Frank has set premierships for us because we're relatively new playing together, but we're trying to get in finals. But yeah, just see how it goes, trying as hard as possible.
Fantastic. Now, you played in our interleague squad on the weekend, our 17 under interleague squad that went down to Shepparton and played Goulburn Valley. You unfortunately weren't successful.
Yeah.
You played a very good league there in Goulburn Valley. Just tell us a bit how it is sort of playing with girls that you don't usually play with during the year, and how you reckon the girls sort of played together.
Well, Shep were extremely hard. They were big girls, like built. Yeah, playing with the girls, not usually playing against them through the season. But I played with them in RSL, so it was easier. But they're all great players, so the plays are easy, and Frank has set plays, so going through that's fine. But as we played on Saturday, it wasn't our best play, but yeah, we gave it all. So.
Yeah, good. It was, as I said, very tough competition, and we got words from the Goulburn Valley coaching staff after it was Ballarat were one of the toughest sides that actually played in the interleague, so that's a credit to all the girls. Now back to the RSL. Now, as you mentioned before, you won the Central Highlands State League Championships for 17 under. Tell us about that feeling and how it was to sort of win that award before the BFL season even had started.
Well, the RSL season for me was just like a pre-season because I'd never played anything out of Bacchus Marsh. Like, it was just such a good experience, and I think that's what has given me the edge this year, because it was just hard training with girls that are really good.
Yep.
So it just, lifted me up throughout the year, and I wasn't there unfortunately winning because I was doing a trainer's course. But the girls were stoked, and I could imagine how they felt because came up against one of the hardest teams, Eureka. So yeah, it was really good.
No, it was a fantastic result for all of the girls there. Now, you're not only an extremely good player, you've also been awarded a Spirit of Sport award for this year, which is an award that is awarded by umpires each week for someone that shows great sportsmanship and all fairness towards the opposition. So a really sort of good sportsman-like on the court. So it's a fantastic award to win. Now, you don't know you're going to win it until they actually announce it. So you get lined up on the court,
Yeah.
and we have a policeman there who actually gives the award across. Just tell us about that sort of the feeling that it was when you got announced that you'd won the award, and just sort of what was going through your head about the award, that sort of thing.
Well, obviously, I've done it before, like gone through the procedure of it. So the Saturday before, I was tired, like coming in from interleague and then going to Sunday, I was pretty tired, so a bit dazed. When they called out my name, didn't really respond fast. I was like, oh yeah, that's me. So no, I was really surprised, but really good to get it, to show that my hard work's paying off, and that all my cheering and being loud and obnoxious isn't going unnoticed.
Yeah, it's a good award there by the Victorian Police, and it's good to see them getting involved in local sport as well. Now, back to your playing. You're obviously very, very young, still got a lot of netball ahead of you. What are your future ambitions? Are you thinking sort of after Bacchus Marsh Juniors going for the senior level, or are you thinking even higher, sort of getting up to, like I say, a Ballarat Pride sort of thing, and then up to a Vixens? What's your sort of thinking of your plans for the future?
Well, probably last year I actually started getting into netball. I haven't really done, like before that, a lot of netball at all compared to a lot of girls. So obviously, I think this year, next year I have another season in juniors, but I've started playing in the under-19s this year. So obviously I want to continue playing because it's really good to play with a lot of big girls. I've just started, I didn't even know what Pride was. I was like, when people talk about Pride, I was like, oh, what's Pride? But no, yeah, I'd love to get in Pride. It'd be really good, but I've heard the tryouts are like extremely hard.
Yeah, well, I'm sure with all of the accolades you've had so far, you'll be right with that sort of aspect of it. Now, got a hard question for you here, because we've got your dad, who's the junior coordinator for football, and also Jackie Seago for you, the junior coordinator for netball. They're both watching. I've got to ask you, what is the best thing about Bacchus Marsh?
Well, they want me to say my dad and Jackie are the best part of it. No, they're good. Probably the girls making really good friends. They just awesome. They go alright, but
Yep.
they're alright.
Good to see. You always want a good bunch of girls to play with, obviously. But into the players now. Got the last question for you. The curly one, the one that most netballers don't really have an answer to because they don't want to dob anyone else in. But I think you've already got someone in mind. The most annoying teammate at the Bacchus Marsh Netball Club.
Mariah Main, definitely.
Definitely. So she's very confident with that one. So
Um,
Mariah, she's looking
Can
out.
you insert pictures of people? Can you do that? If you saw her, you'd be like, yeah, I know why. Mariah.
You've been dumped in big time here, Mariah. Thanks heaps for coming on the show, Emily. Emily, it's much appreciated and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So we're joined now by Emma Dickinson from the 15 and under senior North Bar netball squad, who is our round 7 Crockers Menswear and Schoolwear winner. Now, to be this winner, you obviously have to be selected from anyone in the junior ranks. So out of all of the junior netballers, you've been chosen. So that's a very big congratulations to you and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you've North Bar, the 15 under seniors, you've had an impressive year so far. You had a big win over Darley, I see, on the weekend just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a bit about the season so far and how you think you're going together as a team.
Oh, well, we're pretty good. We've been consistent and undefeated so far, which is always nice, and the team's working well together, and we're all pretty good friends, which is always good.
Yeah, being friends always helps, and undefeated couldn't really ask for a better start to the season, so well done there. What are the team's goals for the year? Have you sort of set out goals, or have you just got something that you think the team wants to achieve this year? Obviously, grand final is the biggest step. Is that what you're hoping for this season?
Yeah, definitely. We obviously want to be up there again like last year, but I think each week we go in hoping to win the game, and that's about it.
How many years have you been playing with North Ballarat?
This is my 3rd year.
And how many premierships have you won?
I think we've won 2.
2. So good strike rate there at North Ballarat. So fantastic. Now, what position do you play with the club on the weekend?
I play centre.
Centre. So
Yep.
favourite position is centre.
Yes.
Good to see you in your favourite position there. North, a very successful club. Obviously, always winning up there in the premierships. Both netball and football. They're obviously doing a few things right at the club. What would you say is the best thing about the club that sort of brings all of pretty much makes us win on game day sort of thing?
Oh, the coaches have a pretty big influence on how we play and the way we train, and they're definitely very supportive. And I think having friends that play at the club is also helpful, and they all help you work together as a team. And
Oh, fantastic.
So that's
good to hear. Sounds like you're enjoying yourself at the club then. Now, a bit of a curly one here. Do you have any pre-game rituals? Anything you do before the game? Anything you eat before the game every week? Or is it just sort of it comes and goes sort of thing?
whatever I feel like.
Whatever you
for
feel like?
breakfast. But before the game, we usually do a couple of drills that get us a bit sucked up.
Yep. No, fair enough. So, good to see. Now, last question I've got for you. Yeah, most girls get a bit of a brain fade when I ask this question. Who would be your netball idol?
I'd probably have to say Harriet Fitzpatrick, who plays for the seniors. She's a boarder at Grammar, so I'd obviously have to say her.
Oh, fantastic. So, there we go. Thank you for joining me. Here's your $25 voucher for Crockers Menswear and
Thank you.
Schoolwear. So spend that one wisely, and you're also in the draw for our $200 voucher, which is at the end of the year at the Robert Allen Medal. So congratulations, and thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Easy stuff.
Emma Dickinson from North Ballarat, the round 7 winner of the Crockers Menswear and Schoolwear Most Valuable Netballer Award. That's all the time we've got this week, mate. Great catching up with the Cobras down in Manly Park earlier this week. Nick and Emily spoke very well.
Yeah, no, they made the trip down to Bacchus Marsh well worthwhile with some great interviews, and both obviously promising players that have got a bright future ahead.
They certainly do, and it's great to catch up with them. Next week we catch up with the Ballarat Football Netball Club as well, so stay tuned for that one. We're going to head off now after what was a fantastic Cobra week here on the iiNet BFNL Junior Footy Show. We'll see you again next time.